I'm Elizabeth Vargas, and welcome to 2020 in Touch. Here's a look at a story we're working on for this week's program.
Baseball's back, and so is the scandal.
Dodger slugger Manny Ramirez has violated Major League Baseball's joint drug prevention and treatment program.
Alex Rodriguez admitted using performance-enhancing drugs.
Steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs must be a terrible problem because Congress holds hearings.
A serious public health problem.
And takes testimony from experts like Dr. Gary Wadler.
The threat is dying. The threat is suicide.
That's what I've always heard. Death by steroids. Roid rage worthy of after-school specials. But Dr. Norman Faust says, wait a second.
The horror stories about the medical claims, some of them are just frankly made up.
Dr. Faust, a bioethicist at the University of Wisconsin, says the anti-steroid movement is filled with hysteria and hype. Steroids were blamed when wrestler Chris Benoit killed himself and his family.
Prescribed testosterone for the pro wrestler previously.
You think it's fake?
I was told that steroids drove this wrestler to hit me, and that steroids gave NFL legend Lyle Alzado brain cancer. Faust says it's bunk. There's no correlation between steroid use and brain tumors?
Correct, none.
To my surprise, Dr. Wadler admits that's true, though he does say,
I believe that the likelihood of anabolic steroid abuse being associated with heart disease is real.
But he has to use words like likelihood and associated because unlike, say, the proven relationship between smoking and cancer, there are no epidemiological studies that show that steroids cause heart disease. It's not that steroids are perfectly safe, but all drugs can cause problems. You ever look at the label on Advil?
it's associated with asthma, blisters, shock. I mean, every drug has side effects.
That's right, and we have to make a decision as to what the risks versus the benefits are.
If athletes are going to use these things, it would be better to have them on the table where informed doctors can help them get the right drug with the right dose and the fewest side effects.
Bring it out of the darkness so doctors can supervise properly.
No, I don't think you supervise the abuse of a drug. And I know there are people out there who strongly feel that I'm misguided. I totally disagree with them.
Health risks aside, what about fairness? If more athletes took steroids, wouldn't that destroy the honesty of sport? If baseball or the Olympics want to set their own rules, fine. But why is it the government's business?
I think it's important for sports figures in major league sports not to be allowed to use steroids under any circumstance. And for young people, we certainly don't want them to be using it.
There's so much more dangerous substances out there that kids are abusing. Alcohol, drugs, tobacco. Why aren't we as a nation, as a society, focusing on the more dangerous things and putting less focus on esoteric things like big arms?